Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Let's first ask today, how do I get to be powerful? So being a Christian is an upside down existence. For in Christianity, we find that stillness is our superpower. And it's in stillness and quietness, in this trusting posture, that our inexplicable experience of the kingdom is expanded. So stillness is our superpower. So spiritual acreage is achieved by returning and resting in Him. Stillness is our superpower. Now, I'm going to get this primarily from our gray-haired psalm that we talked about yesterday, Psalm 37. Verse 7 says, "Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Fret not yourself over the one who prospers in his way, over the man who carries out evil devices." So there's this call in Psalm 37, not to fret, not to be envious, and to continue to delight yourself in the Lord. Commit your way to Him and wait for the Lord. That happens in verse 11. "But the meek shall inherit the land and delight themselves in abundant peace." The meek shall inherit the land. Now, you may remember that if you just read the New Testament. Matthew 5 through 7 is what's known as the Beatitudes, and in there is the big one, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." That's directly quoting our psalm for today, which is Psalm 37. So note that the meek are inheriting something. This inheritance is this promise of the Lord, the fulfillment of the promise of the Lord. So the Christian walk is to have faith in something we don't see yet. It's to believe in that future and to act like it's already been accomplished. So God does not forsake His people because it's founded on not forsaking the promises that He has made to the people. So in God's kingdom, the meek, we'll define it here in a second, the bowed, the bent, will inherit the earth. The oppressed will occupy, and the curved will take custody. Psalm 37, verse 11, "The meek shall inherit the earth." And then God is not forgotten. In Psalm 37, we see God seeing and bearing witness to all this. The Lord knows the days of the blameless. So there's this posture of calmness amidst the calamity. We can be calm because the Lord is watching. The superpower of stillness is shown in this storm. So there's this mentality of waiting, even when we're surrounded by wickedness. We rest even now in the promises and the person of God. It's the assurity of these that allow us to wait, to rest, and to rely. The promises, the person of God. So there is strength in stillness. So this rest in the person of God is our power. He's got this. He's the one working all things for good. Others may mean evil, but I am still in Him, resting in Him, trusting in Him. Stillness is our superpower. So it is in stillness, in quiet, and in trusting posture that our inexplicable experience of the kingdom is expanded. Stillness is our superpower. So spiritual acreage is achieved by returning and resting in Him. It's also a theme in Psalm 62. It's reinforced and enhanced there and elsewhere in Scripture. "For God alone my soul waits in silence. From Him comes my salvation." That's verse 1 of Psalm 62. Then the famous one in Psalm 46, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." So what are the benefits then of meekness, of quiet waiting? Well, it's only in the stillness that I can most accurately hear to what truths I cling. Stillness, rest, quietness is this key to unlocking the strength and salvation, because striving and working gets you nowhere in the spiritual economy. Lamentations chapter 3 summarizes the Lord's part and our part. Note to self, He does the heavy lifting. Here it is. "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore, I will hope in Him." So the lamenter says that the Lord is my portion. It's like saying, I want a slice of him. And when all is said and done, I want him. I want him as my inheritance. In him I find goodness of character, enough so that I can wait quietly for the day of his salvation. So we can be still because he is not still. Write that down. We can be still because he is not still. So in God's kingdom, the meek, the bowed, the bent will inherit the earth. The oppressed are going to occupy. The curved are going to take custody. That's what meekness means. It means humility, spiritual poverty, and neediness. It's a bowed person. It means to be bent. So I have great love for the people of the church. Why is that? Well, they're the bent ones. Everybody there has an illness, a bad history, a relational breakage, a shameful sin, actions and thoughts that they have trespassed, they've committed trespassing against. But here's one of the geniuses of God. The more bent we are, the better we are. The more humble, the more effective. The more we are meek, the more we can minister. And the poorer we are spiritually, the more powerful we are. So some go to church and say, oh my, it's full of sinners. Yes, every single pew. But this is our strength in the upside down world of God's spiritual economy. So being a Christian is this upside down existence. For in it we find that stillness is our superpower. So the call today from Psalm 37 and others is to be meek, be curved, be bent. You will never be more powerful. You will never be more powerful than when you are bent before him. For stillness is our strength, and meekness powers the machine of spirituality. How do I get to be powerful? Be meek, be curved, be bent before him. Thanks for listening.